Hello and welcome to season 2. Yes, season 2 of Let's Talk About It. Oh my goodness. I am so super excited to be with you again for a second season. And we are so excited because guess what? It's going to be off the chain. We have some awesome and amazing guests lined up for a crazy season 2. But I would be remiss if I did not introduce my co-host. I call him the voice of God, the man behind the meme. And if you're just joining us for the first time, you'll understand why. Give it up for the voice of God, Maejor. Maejor, you trying to hide from me? Where are ya? Come on in. Let's see. Where is Maejor? He is, you know what? You're already behind a meme. How are you going to be missing like right now? Let's see. Well, while Maejor is coming into the show right now, getting his fingers together in the back of the house, we want to shout you all out. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. You know, again, it's season 2. This is our first episode of season 2, and we've had a slight hiatus. Like we went, and of course, we had a break because we produced 20 shows last season. And so I, am just, again, so excited to have a second season in the books and ready to go. Maejor had to disconnect because he was having some technical issues. But I believe he will be coming in here shortly. I'm hoping. I'm not really sure. I can't really find them, but these things happen on the first episode. You never know. But what I would like is for you all to shout out. Let me know who's in the house, who's in the building with us tonight. Shouts out to Tyree Dixon. I see you in the building. Shouts out to Levi Q in the building. Amy Wright is here. Hey, what's going on? So glad that you have joined us tonight. Oh, hey, Jaquita, what's up? So glad to see you. What is going on? So glad to see you all tonight. If you are here with us, again, check in, shout us out, let us know that you're here. And this week, we're going to give away $50. We're going to give away a $50 gift card because this is our premiere show. And so when Maejor comes in eventually, when he just pops on in, I guess he's having some technical issues on his end. But when he finally gets here, we're going to have a show, but because he is the man behind the meme, he gets to do whatever he wants.
No.
Out there.
Yo, no, man, I am so embarrassed. Yo, I don't know what just happened. Yo, it's the craziest thing, Diddy. I swear to you, man, my internet just glitched. I swear to you, I'm so sorry about that. I know you probably up here looking crazy.
What exactly? You got me up here looking crazy on the first season, or just the first episode of season 2.
Season 2. Oh
I'm like, goodness. I got a co-host. Well, you know what?
Diddy.
Don't go anywhere. Let me do your intro one more time. Okay.
Let's
don't click off. You just stay there.
I'm not gonna. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay right.
Be still. Don't go nowhere. But I'm gonna introduce you again.
Show me what I would have seen had I not had a. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to season 2 of Let's Talk About It. I'm your host, your girl, the DiDi Skky, DiDi Skky, and I am so excited to be with you guys tonight. And of course, I would be remiss if I did not introduce my co-host. I call him the man behind the meme, the voice of God. And for those of you who aren't sure of what that even means, you'll understand when he pops up on this screen. Give it up for Maejor.
Boom.
Yo, what's up, Diddy? All right. Yes, guys, I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited. Diddy, season 2.
Season 2. Yes. Season 2. I'm really excited about season 2 because again, this is an opportunity for us to see our work, our passion, actually, come to fruition. So of course we put a lot of planning and time behind this project, even for season 1, and then for season 2, there was even more time and planning. So again. But what did you do, Maejor, during your time off? What were you doing?
Oh man, let's see. I did a lot of good stuff, man. Most of it involved really just planning a lot of the background stuff for the show. Really making sure that we improved on a lot of the stuff that people don't see on camera.
Right.
Because that stuff is important. I know a lot of people get to see the 60 minutes that we present, but they don't get to see the hours and hours and hours of prep work that it takes to make sure that you and I are communicating perfectly and functioning properly and all those other things. So I've been investing a lot of time in that. I also went back to school. Yes, I did go back to school.
Wait a minute. Where's the dun? Facts.
You
know, like the dun. Put the horn on
so
there.
I went back to school to get my degree in film.
Oh,
so I already have my degree is in motion graphics and animation, and I just wanted to do a little different things, man. And I really am passionate about film, and I think I learned a passion for film through my graphics journey.
Of course.
So yeah, that's what I'm working on. I'm down.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
Furthering your education is such a it's a task, especially once we are we feel like we're in a really good place with our career, and so the decision to go ahead and further our education is pretty major. And you're on campus, aren't you?
Yes, I am on campus. Yeah, right down there at Georgia State University. Right.
How is that? Do the students think that you're like their age? Like they're like talking.
You know
to
what?
You, like,
they do think I'm their age. I'm gonna be real. Like they think I'm their age, man. I'm swatting them off with a fly swatter. No, it ain't that serious. But yeah, they do think I'm kind of their age. Yo, on some real stuff. I had a guy who was probably half my age. He started talking crazy to me about where my feet were sitting and stuff like that. The guy made all kind of crazy threats to me. And I looked at this guy and said, bro, you the same age as my son. So like, bro, yeah.
So the kid came for you in class?
In class, in the middle of class.
Oh, you should have called me.
I'm gonna call you next time for sure, Diddy, because I ain't got time. I do not have time for all of that.
Oh gosh, I call my squad, baby. We'll show pull up. We'll roll up.
I was trying to do them a service. I didn't want to put that on them like that, to be real with you.
Wow, that's interesting. That is so awesome. But that again, congratulations on that. When I received, went back to receive my master's in media management at Virginia State, which I did not have any intention of doing so. But it was offered to me. The program was offered to me and I couldn't say no, but I was literally on campus at Virginia State. And it was like, babe, I could really be your mom's for real. I really could. So yeah, I'm like, no. So, but you know what? The part that I really enjoyed the most was connecting with the international exchange students. I love doing that because I ended up befriending a young lady from Saudi Arabia. Her name is Ashley. Shouts out to my girl Ashley. And when I first met her, of course, she was dressed up in her garb and everything, and she was very quiet. But then, of course, I, started talking to her, and then we would meet in like the ladies' room and stuff. I'm telling you, this is a true story. And we were meeting in the ladies' room, and she would take off her piece. Tell me what the name of that. Her hygiene is this part.
Oh, okay. No. I don't even know
when her hair is wrapped up, right?
Okay, yeah.
And her hair literally. She had to wrap it up because she would step on it. That's how long it was. And so because she couldn't show it to other people. And so I would get so fascinated by that. But nonetheless, because cutting their hair is, that's a part of their, their religion and things like that. But baby, by spring break, Ashley said she was going to Miami. And I was like, Ashley, baby girl, I don't think you don't want to do that. That's I'm from the bottom, and I was trying to wean her, and I think Ashley might have got a little turned out when she went down there because she came back, baby, with a bob. She didn't cut her hair.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, she didn't have a hijab no more.
She didn't have a hijab, or she didn't have a.
She's not talking to her family or whatever. She's definitely not talking to the family for sure. No, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh. Well, shouts out to Deshauna in the house. And we also have Dr. Deloach? Dr. Tiffany Deloach is in the building. Shouts out to you. Crystal is here. Amy is in the building. So I'm super excited, guys. Listen, we need you to call your friends. If you're on Facebook and you're following right now, go over and share this live on your page and be sure to let us know that you are sharing, because we're going to select someone who's in our chat, whether you're on my Instagram feed, or if you're in Facebook live, or you're in this chat right here on our YouTube channel. So make sure that you go ahead, because while Maejor was somewhere in the world of abyss, lost, so wherever he was, exactly I decided to give away $50. Like,
I missed the money, man. You done gave the money away.
I didn't have anything else to do. I was like, we're gonna just give away $50. Like, hey.
Oh wow, you done gave the money away?
Yeah. So I've given the money away, $50. We haven't given it away yet, but we're gonna select.
Okay, we're gonna give some money away. Okay, bet.
Season 1.
Okay. So, come out the gate. We done gave away a lot of money this last season.
Yeah, during the holidays. Shouts out to Miss Novelty who sponsored that last giveaway. So we give away money, prizes, you never know. So you definitely want to stay tuned in. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Yes. Like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you can see all of our notifications and you can be updated as we bring you a new show. So let's go ahead and get the party started. This show is brought to you by PopShots ATL. PopShots ATL is an amazing 360 photo booth and event photography company that knows how to capture memories like nobody else. Their 360 photo booths are sleek and totally customizable with props and backdrops that'll have your guests flexing for the cameras. And check this out, y'all. They have a social media sharing feature that lets everyone show off their pictures and keep those memories alive long after the party is over. PopShots ATL takes exceptional care of their customers and pays attention to every little detail. So if you're looking to add some serious fun and unforgettable vibes to your event, PopShots ATL is the perfect choice. For more information, visit PopShotsATL.com. That's PopShotsATL.com. That's right. PopShots ATL. Listen, it's prom time. It's graduation time.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. All of those things. So PopShots ATL would be the lick. Go ahead and capture those special moments with PopShots ATL. So I'm ready to get into the conversation. So we did have a special guest for tonight, of course. I was extremely excited to have my friend in radio and TV, longtime TV and radio veteran, Ebony Steele, with us tonight. But she had an emergency literally 5 minutes ago.
Oh, no.
It was an emergency. First we thought we would be able to pivot from that initial emergency. And then literally as we were getting ready to go on, she received a call, and it was something that was very devastating in her family. So sending up prayers for my Sarah and my girlfriend, Ebony Steele.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what, Didi, on the bright side, I know we may look at that and be like, bummer. But the reality is what is it? Murphy's Law? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. As we just saw when we started this show today, whatever you did to my internet, Didi, it really messed me up. And so, yeah, I mean, but look, the reality is, there isn't much you can do where you're not going to experience Murphy's Law. So because life is
going life. That's right.
Right. And exactly. Plus, this is the only time that's actually happened to us, Didi, in 21 episodes with 21 guests. This is the only time that we've experienced that. So
this is the only time we've experienced this. And hopefully this will be our only time. But the great thing about it is that this is our episode. This is one of our feature segments, is The Streets Are Talking. And it's everything that everybody is talking about on the internet. So let's go ahead and hop into this conversation, because you know what? Like I said, the streets are talking. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
All you hear is whispers out here. The streets have been on fire. The internet has been blowing up. And so Maejor and I are going to go dive deep into what has been going on in entertainment and music and the culture. And we also want to solicit you guys to join us. Come on in, talk back to us. That's what you're here for. We want you to engage with us. This show is built on you, on our audience, our followers. We want to be able to hear from you, get your feedback. And so come on in. Let's start this conversation. Of course, the streets have been abuzz about Diddy.
They buzzing. They buzzing.
Buzzing. What is this? What is Diddy?
Oh, okay. So look, check this out. Boom. Right? No, for real. So for those of you listening in the radio world, I know y'all heard this. Diddy says she never heard this, that they call Diddy the diddler. Anybody else heard that? You never heard that.
I didn't hear that. So that's been a part of the buzz. They started calling him the diddler. I know I did hear Diddy do it, and 50 Cent has been going in. So tell me about the diddler.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm watching that you're not watching, but lately, ever since all of this stuff been going down, man, that's what they call him, the diddler. So I was like, what the hell does diddler mean? Like, I know ER is one who, right? But what does diddle mean? So anything you do, you put an ER on the end of it, Diddy, and that makes one who, like doctor, one who docks. Or diddler. So one who, so diddler, as defined by Merriam-Webster, Diddy. We get to pick the definition we most likely want to relate this to, but the first one says to move with short and rapid motions. I didn't feel like that was describing Diddy. Now, this is not me. This is social media, right?
Yes, he does. He does diddle. When he's going hopping across the stage, it's
okay.
Short
boom. That's correct.
And rapid.
Oh yeah. Well, I wish I could see your feet right now. Hey, yeah, so the second one it says to waste time and trifling, and then the third one is the one to stand out to me.
Wait a minute,
It
read
says
that
to
one
hoax
again. I
or
didn't hear that one
swindle.
clearly. Read that second
To
one again.
waste time and trifling.
Dang,
To
you
waste
wasted
time.
time and you're trifling at the same time?
Yeah. Yeah,
Dang.
it almost make me feel like we got to go define trifling, but I don't want to go that far. I want to stick with diddle. So, and then the third one, the third definition that says hoax or swindle. And then number 4, Didi, was my favorite, is the one that I think when they say diddler online,
what they mean?
They mean usually vulgar. Number 4 is to copulate with. Now, I'm not going to tell you exactly what copulate means if your vocabulary is not yet as advanced as mine or Didi's, but look it up.
Don't say mine, because I'm trying to figure out what copulate means.
Didi, what? Oh, okay. Well, I guess for Didi's sake, copulate is to get it in, basically. That's what that means. Yeah, that's what copulate means.
It's copulating?
Yeah, so they calling my man Diddy the copulator, man. I just think that's wild. Yeah.
Diddy, okay, let's take it back. Let's swing it back. Shouts out to Rachel in the building. And Rachel is here with us. Let's take this thing back. For those of you who are just kind of catching up and they're like, what's going on with Diddy? You've been kind of, in the world of abyss somewhere and not knowing what's going on.
How in the hell don't you know what's going on with Diddy?
I don't know how, but there are some people that just don't know, I guess. So initially, Diddy was suing his liquor brand, right? And he was saying that there was some discrimination that was happening between him and his partnership with Diageo, right? Am I saying that right?
I think so. That's the cognac or whatever, right?
Right. So with the brand. And then fast forward a few months later, his ex-girlfriend Cassie comes out and files a lawsuit against him for things such as sex trafficking, abuse, what else? Some other like sexual acts, and oh my goodness, like it
something
was
about making her do other things with other people, like
male prostitutes. That's what said that he would make her.
That's what it was alleged.
Male prostitutes in other countries and other places. So that's where the sex trafficking came from. Levi says, "Diddle shake my head, but true, Lord."
Yo.
And so it seemed okay. So we talked about this actually on the show. We spoke about this because we came back and said how he cleared the air extremely quickly and they settled out of court. Like he didn't want that to linger around no more than, I think it may have been 2 or 3 days when it first was, hit the street.
Right. And so I looked into that.
It was like she opened Pandora's box. So that's my first question. Maejor, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think that now with all of these additional charges that are coming down and all of these different people that are making these claims, that Diddy opened Pandora's box? Did she get the party started, or was these things that were already in the works?
Listen, man, you want me to answer this honestly? So
real straight up. However,
so I truly believe that in order for you to get the kind of power Diddy got and the kind of fame, you got to do something funky. You got to do something that ain't right? And so I'm not a complete conspiracy theorist, right? But I do believe there may be some truth to Cassie, if not all truth. But there are also bandwagoners who definitely see the opportunity, or some of us like to call them opportunists. They see an opportunity and say, "Well, I bumped into Diddy at a party the other day, and I didn't like how he rubbed shoulders with me." And once you get the ball rolling, it's never been a time where you see that somebody isn't jumping on what's already going on. Now I think the guy, I can't think of his name right now, DJ somebody or whatever his name is.
Yes, that's Lil Rod, the producer.
Lil Rod.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I think he was probably telling the truth because he got receipts. I think a lot of it's probably true. But as far as her settling, I thought that he settled because he was guilty, right? That would be my thinking. But I have a couple friends that are lawyers, and
Okay.
they said that it may not have even really been his choice. His insurance company recognized that it would be more worthwhile to settle than to deal with the potential fallout. And so,
Mm.
yeah, so you know, we in the public, we think, oh, he settled, but you know, he may not have been completely in control of that decision. I don't know. What do you
Mm.
guys think in the comments? Anybody know how that works?
Yes.
Anybody dealt with law,
Yes. We
dealt
definitely
with
want to hear from
insurance?
you. Yeah, well, I didn't
Yeah.
hear the part about the insurance. And of course, that has been a lot of conversation, is that does settling imply guilt?
And I said, hell
Um
yeah. But yo, that's how I felt. But then I learned something. So you know, I'm being honest.
yeah.
Yo,
No,
when
because
we when we know better, we
well, fight it. If it's not true, if you have
right.
receipts that prove otherwise. The thing is that when Cassie came out with this claim, um, her other people verified it. Like, she had some backup. Like, people were coming through, like, yeah, I remember the time that we were at this spot and this and that. And I mean, like, other celebrities and entertainers who had engaged with them before started making making comments and saying that they could, pretty much verify some of these things that Cassie is saying happened. Now, the sex trafficking part, man, that's disturbing. He want the girl to sleep with the prostitutes. Like, what is going on now?
I just the only thing though that makes me feel like real funny about stuff
That's
like,
diddling.
man got so much money. Like, we don't need to sex traffic nobody.
Right.
I wouldn't think so. It
Exactly.
just don't make sense. But I mean, you know what? But the devil's advocate in that, well, not devil's advocate, the conspiracy theorist in me would say powerful men, they tend to get so much that there's very little left for them to
do.
do and desire, right? Or to achieve. And so they start wanting things that they should not want. They start going after things that they should not go after.
Come on, how major you gotta
what?
preach.
Huh?
Exactly. You got so many. You like the woman with the the woman with the shoe. She got so many kids. She don't know what to do. So
don't know what to do.
But like his boy, like Biggie say, more money, more problems. Though more money, more problems. Now the producer Lil Rod Jones filed his claims regarding sex misconduct, grooming, again, sex trafficking, and drugs. So, and I believe that the drugs came into play with Cassie as well, because they're saying that they were unwillingly drugged, unknowingly. They would be with him and he would, have stuff put in their drinks or whatever. But damn, Diddy.
Yo, Rachel says Cat Williams did say the truth would be coming out this year.
That's what, baby. Cat
the
Williams
truth would be coming out this year.
Yes, he did.
Yo.
Cat say this is the year of the truth, honey. It's all coming out. Now this was the part that I also found interesting. Culture reporter Torre, he shared a story on I can't think of what network it was on, but he shared us, and it was a major network, because I'm real big on making sure that I get verified information, like from really reliable news sources. I don't go around here repeating stuff that somebody said on TikTok.
I need to stop doing that. I do. I
know somebody who does that.
I need to stop doing that. I don't do it all the time, but sometimes I might repeat something I heard, but I need to do a little bit better job at verifying.
Is that on CNN? Are they talking about it on entertainment news?
Shit, CNN. Don't nobody CNN. If it's on CNN, it probably really is some bull. Real life. Hey,
that would be Fox. But nonetheless, Torre said that his cousin interned with Diddy, and he said he actually, made that connection. He connected. Of course, as a reporter, he had the resources to Diddy, and his cousin was coming up in the industry and wanted to intern with Diddy. So he made that connection with him. He said, then all of a sudden, the cousin just said that the intern ended. And he was like, why? And the cousin wouldn't talk about it. Like, he literally just never spoke about it again and was just very hush and sullen about it. And he said it wasn't until recently that he said that he also experienced some very, unwarranted misconduct by Diddy.
See,
So
that's the thing. So, and I know somebody gonna be like, well, he was a grown man, right? I
right,
mean, does that
right.
cross anybody's mind? Like you say,
Yep.
well, he was a grown man. How are you gonna be,
Mhm.
tricked into that? You should be man enough to stand up for yourself. And I
Right.
will say, I can see that. But then the other side of it is like this man is in a situation with a very powerful individuals, right? Where if his reputation was to be placed at stake by pissing
Mhm.
somebody off by not, you know what I mean? There's a huge power dynamic. And I mean,
It is.
people, you don't really understand power dynamics if you haven't been in a real one, right?
Exactly.
And there's levels to this
Exactly.
thing. So,
Yes.
I would I personally have let him all that stuff? Probably not. Probably not.
He would have drugged you. If that's the case.
Hey,
If he has
he
a
would have he
routine,
would have he would have had to drug me. He would have had to.
you
And
say no,
hopefully,
but you wake up in the morning and then but Huggy Bear said he did it, and everyone around him he knew him, what he was doing, or knew what he was doing.
and they
They
should
all
all
should
be
be held
held
accountable.
accountable. That hooked on
Yeah.
phonics come in handy early on, Didi.
You said I
But
was struggling with it. I do need glasses.
yo, it's all good. But the thing is,
Yes.
though, I mean, he's saying everybody that had anything to do with it should be held accountable. We still waiting on the Epstein list.
Yeah.
Ooh, what? We still waiting on the
Come
Epstein
on
list.
now. Listen. Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about the symbolisms and what, because again, birds of a feather flock together, right? And in the industry, politicians, entertainers, especially moguls, CEOs, presidents, all of those people are in the same world. They
Yeah.
circulate around in the same atmosphere, and
Mm,
one hand washes the other.
mm.
Okay.
I don't want nobody
And
hand
so
washing me. Don't wash me.
you say, what?
Don't wash me. I don't need
Don't
you.
wash, don't let me wash myself. Don't worry about.
Right.
But
Facts.
listen, and so one hand washes the other. And so my theory on Epstein is that because of that black book, which has not surfaced yet, and his partner in crime, Ghislaine Maxwell, supposedly was found guilty, and now she's disappeared off the face of the earth. Yes, because she still
Yeah.
has this information, and they've just sent her off somewhere to another country. She living somewhere else. I don't even believe she's in prison. But I believe that they actually they offed him. I don't think he committed suicide.
Yeah. And you're saying a
Yeah.
bunch of these influencers are coming up missing. I can't think of the young lady's name, and it's just a headline, but some young lady that was covering this entire situation. But she had more followers than we have. So
Oh, okay.
we're probably safe.
I was about to.
Damn
Listen,
straight.
I was
Look,
like,
and she came up missing though. No lie. I can't
I
think
was
of her
about to
name. I have to
go.
find it later on. But yeah, she came up missing for talking about this stuff. Yeah,
Okay,
they say she did. She did. Look it up if y'all think I'm BSing. I don't think of the
hold
girl's
on. Let's
name,
be clear, because
and I've
Major
never
is
seen any
behind
of
the
her
memes.
content.
Let me put my disclaimer out there real quick, because
This
Major is
ain't me.
behind the
This ain't
memes and
me.
don't
This ain't
nobody
my
even know
stuff.
who Major is. I'm out here with my face all exposed, having this conversation. Listen, y'all don't want none and you don't want any. Because
This
I'm
ain't my
protected by them
opinion. This ain't
people.
Diddy's opinion. Now,
I'm,
this ain't our
I'm,
opinions.
I'm
This ain't
protected
our
by them people.
opinions.
Don't come for me. I'm trying to tell you. Don't make me call the fruit of Islam.
Just Google it. Is all I'm saying. Just Google it. If I can't
Oh
think,
my,
somebody put in the chat what that lady's name is
oh
that
my
they're saying
goodness.
came up missing. If y'all happen to, because I can't Google it right now, I'm running a podcast. But
You,
if y'all happen to be able to Google it for me, somebody put it in the chat so we can put it up on the screen. What that lady's name was.
all I'm trying to say, I'm trying to preserve, what is it called when you try to preserve yourself, like the Chick-fil-A cow, whatever it is. I'll think of it in a minute, but I'm trying to preserve my life around here. I'm having this conversation. It's just my personal thoughts. Okay. Don't come for me. Because I'm protected by the fruit. Okay. So
Fruit.
the fruit of Islam, baby, don't come for, y'all don't
I know
want
that's
none.
right.
Y'all don't want none, and y'all don't want any. Don't come for DiDi Skky.
You don't want any. You don't want none, Diddy.
Listen. Okay. Wow. I now again that yeah, and so the parallelism with Diddy and Epstein.
Mm.
because all of these, there's just all of these comments and assumptions and names being thrown out there of people who were in these circles or at these Diddy parties. They named
Oh Lord.
TD Jakes.
Mm-hmm. Power bottom is what they call him. I didn't call him that. This is what they call him though. Online they call him TD Jakes.
Him a power bottom.
That's what they call him. And shame on you all. Shame on you all. Whoever's saying that about him, calling him a power bottom. Y'all need to stop calling him a power bottom.
I'm definitely not doing that.
I'm not calling him a power bottom.
But I feel like you feel like Pastor might have been about a power bottom.
I don't even know
what is a power bottom anyway.
I had never heard it, but I also Googled that. And so Google that.
You Googled that as well?
I'm not gonna tell you what power bottom means.
Honey Bear said Bishop TD Jakes is a power bottom. I hate every one of y'all.
No, he said this is what it reads. It says Bishop TD Power Bottom Jakes.
I'm not engaging in that activity, especially about somebody with the Lord. Hey, not Jakes. Come on now.
Hey, I don't know. I wasn't there. But this is what's all over the internet. And
they also named I heard Jay-Z. Did you hear Jay-Z as well?
I did hear that.
Yeah.
Who else? It's a bunch of names in that thing, man.
Yeah. So what do you think about these blackmail videos though? Did you
the blackmail videos? I only saw you saw some? I didn't see a video. There's audio out there. And they're claiming that the audio. Now again, this is what they're claiming, and I'm not going to say who there is because I don't even know who it is. I just kind of look on social media, and I don't get too caught up in all this stuff. But I do want to tell you what they're talking about. They're saying that this audio in question is of Meek Mill and Diddy, right? And apparently, this audio was captured by the Little Rod. Is it Little Rod?
Oh,
that's his name, right?
Rodney, yeah, the producer.
Yeah. So apparently, they're saying that this audio is showing him and Meek Mill behind the door going in, and you can hear the voices and the noises and the all.
Stop it!
Yeah, it's look. No. I do not recommend, and I mean do not recommend anybody go Google that audio. I'll tell you to Google a lot of stuff.
Wait,
I'm asking you specifically not. Google the audio.
You heard it yourself. You heard this.
It was the worst decision I made that day.
Are you haunted by it? Question.
Oh my God.
My first question for you. My first question for you, Maejor. Okay, 1 out of 10.
I said I heard it, man. I said
1 out of 10 voice recognition of Diddy. What's the range?
Okay, I'm gonna say if they didn't tell me who it was and they asked me who it sounded like, I would have been able to. I would have said Diddy. Just me though. That's just if
I did. Take that. Oh no.
I'm not gonna say what he was saying because it was so gross and those words come out of my mouth. I don't want those words come out of my mouth. That's not what I heard in the video. But what he did say was worse, so much worse. Do not Google that. And if you do Google it, do not blame me because I'm asking you specifically not to Google it. But so it sounds like who they claim to be Diddy was having himself a time, and he was doing his best. And it sounds like whoever was on the receiving end, the person that they're alleging to be Meek Mills, it did not sound as if this individual was enjoying. It didn't sound like they were enjoying it. Yeah, that's a good way.
It sound like rape?
I don't know if it sounded like that, but maybe it sounded like maybe he wasn't ready. I don't know, Diddy. I don't know, but I don't know. But look,
I can't. Oh my gosh.
It didn't sound like somebody was having the most pleasurable time of their lives. Let's just say that.
Listen,
and don't Google that. Somebody needs to turn my Google off. That is correct. Rachel said somebody needs to turn Maejor's Google off. Please
They
do
need to
that.
turn his mic off
Please do
now
that.
because it's just it's too much. It's too
It
much.
was.
Okay.
It was too much.
So we did Diddy. We didn't do Diddy, but I'm
No,
saying
we
we
didn't
put
do.
the meter on the voice of Diddy.
Right.
What 1 out of 10? Not ready. I know, Dr. Tiffany. That's what it was. It's too much. 1 out of 10. You know, what range would you say that voice sounded like? Meat Mills, not Meat Mills.
So because of the,
I don't have a very distinctive voice.
I would say because of the quality of the distress, I would put it like at a 5. What? What?
I'm done.
What?
I'm about to move on because you just said the quality of the distress.
DiDi, I don't know how to say that. So yeah, that's what I want. That's how
terrible.
I'm just saying, but because of that though, it was a little harder to determine. But if I had to imagine what he might sound like,
I'm Lord, y'all. I'm not
I would give
laughing.
It a 6, 5, or 6. You were laughing because that.
I'm not laughing. I'm laughing at Maejor with these descriptions. That's like, what in the world? Oh my goodness.
I'm quirky, man. I try to. Sometimes it comes out faster than what I have time to consider.
Lord. Yeah. Okay. Well, rapper Luke's theory is that when Diddy sued Diageo, as I mentioned, that the money and power behind that brand and the politics is how now he's under such fire, because it pretty much Diageo is a major company, and they are connected with in the political world, and again, how one hand washes the other. And Luke's theory is saying that Diageo put their boys on Diddy, like, get rid of him. Like, if you want my money and my support, these financial dollars, you need to do what you need to do to get rid of this guy here. And we want him to be so broke down that he will never make money again.
And that's just it. You know, like let's imagine later on all of this isn't true. The damage to his reputation is done.
I don't know.
The damage is done.
Comeback.
Just imagine this though. Tomorrow, and this is y'all in the comments, right? Let's talk about how people are. Let's talk about how people are in the power of the media, which I can break down completely, but that's another podcast, right? Don't forget I'm a film student, right? So, no, dead serious. So, imagine tomorrow we get all the evidence that we needed, and we say, wow, none of that stuff ever happened. Not the thing that happened with Cassie, not the thing with Lil Rod or Ron or whatever the guy's name is. None of this stuff, right?
Right.
Society, 90%. This is just my speculation. It won't matter. It won't matter. They will always see Diddy as the diddler. And that is the power of the media, right? And so then you have to ask yourselves, right, who's in charge? If the media is so powerful, more powerful than a billionaire, right? More powerful than a multimillionaire billionaire, then who in the hell is pulling those strings? Right? Right.
Exactly.
So
yeah. That's, again, it's wow. Yeah. You guys, we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts about all of this? That's going on with Diddy. Does he even have a chance to come back after all of this? Does he just go away for a little while and let things settle? My question, I did have a question that I was going to pose to Ebony, but I'm going to pose that to you and get your thoughts on that, Maejor. Is would all of this lead to a mute Diddy in radio, the same way that it did with R. Kelly?
I think it could lead to that, because we've already seen evidence of that. People tend to want to boycott, the work of the man or the work of the woman, and that's cool. I just hope it doesn't go so far, because his work is not just his work. His catalog includes a lot of other people's livelihoods, whereas somebody like, R. Kelly, he did a lot of writing, but most people don't know all the songs that R. Kelly wrote, but people know who Diddy's behind. People know who, you know what I mean? So it's a different dynamic, I feel like.
Right.
And so, yeah, I think you're gonna see some backlash, and you see them brands is pulling their money out of there, and it's
Definitely.
just kind of what people want to save face. They're not
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah.
But he
And you
pissed
see it.
somebody off. He pissed somebody off, sure.
Yeah,
Of course, think all this has
absolutely.
been going on. This is nothing. This has been going on. If it's true, it's been going on. Why now? You know what I mean? Why now?
Right. And I'm from South Florida. I did radio and TV in Miami. And Diddy, of course, has homes there. He did a lot of parties and events there. I actually interviewed him during the MTV Awards in Miami one
You
year. He
interviewed
was the
Diddy?
host. Yeah, I interviewed
Oh
Diddy.
wow. Dope, dope,
Yeah.
dope.
And
You
and
interviewed
I
some of
mean,
everybody, man.
yeah, he
You
was,
have,
I
bro.
mean,
That's crazy.
he was extremely humble. He was a very kind, very mannered guy. As a matter of fact, he was very selective about the media that he would allow to interview him, and he hand chose me. So I felt like, all right now. But yeah, no, he was a great interview, and of course, he had a whole lot of energy and everything. But in the industry, I've never gone to any of his house parties. I've gone to like his club parties at Club
Right,
Live and
right.
Amnesia in Miami. But in the industry and being in the industry for so many years, over the years you would hear things, that he was, a wild dude, that he kind of sometimes he liked pancakes and other times he liked waffles. He was just like
What? What does that mean? Wait, okay, carry on. I ain't never heard that.
but yeah, no, sometimes he was into women and then he was also into guys, is what I heard,
I get you. I get you. I get you.
and
Damn, I'm slow. I'm so
that's
slow.
always been the talks, kind of. I've always heard that,
Okay.
but to this extent, it is rather disturbing. It is
Mm.
rather disturbing. And my question is too, and I'm like 50 on this one. Where are all his friends? Where are the people? Where the folks that were hanging on with him and in kind of doing the Diddy bop with them and stuff? Nobody. Where's Lil Kim? Where's Mary J.
Hmm.
Blige? Where's
Oh man. You know
Heck,
who
where's
is
Young Miami?
sticking up for him though?
Who?
You guys familiar with an actor by the name of Orlando Brown? He used to play the little character on That So Raven.
Mm-hmm.
He said Diddy paid off his mansion or whatever. Said, because Orlando Brown got allegedly, I'm gonna start using that word. You're teaching me. I'm learning from you,
You
Diddy.
sure
Allegedly,
better. Yeah.
allegedly, is on drugs. Orlando Brown is allegedly on drugs, whatever. But he gets clowned a lot in the media. Like anytime he's
Mm-hmm.
speaking and they interview him, they're always looking for the shock factor because he says some outlandish stuff. So I don't know if that helps Diddy's situation, but he's like, no, Diddy's my guy. I don't believe all of that stuff. But given the individual, I would probably submit that I would rather him not come to my rescue.
Mm.
Yeah, but that's the only one I've seen. Nobody's coming to his rescue.
Yeah, yeah. And Young Miami, she was holding up signs at the award show, all about Diddy, and she is pretty much, I guess her team probably said, you need to distance yourself from that.
Mm.
But she's pretty much even distanced herself from City Girls. I mean, I don't know what's going on with her and JT, but that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, she it was very obvious
Mm.
that she distanced herself from him. And maybe it just in the public, she may be still there behind the scenes kind of rooting him on. But Lil Kim and Mary J. Blige, I'm like, nobody is speaking out on his behalf except for the Orlando Bloom guy. And so Levi said, hey, you would be hiding too.
Yeah, I'd be, man. You better believe it. Would you? I mean, real life, right? Let's say one of your let's say God forbid, right? Let's say
Okay.
years down the line, I become the famous film director that we claiming me to be because I'm claiming it,
Mhm.
Diddy, you claim it, we claim it, right?
Touch and agree.
Right. Let's say years down the line, you heard some outlandish, crazy stuff about me in the media, right? As close as we are,
Mhm.
would you come out and say?
That I absolutely will come out and say that is not the Maejor that I know.
See, that's why I rock with you, Diddy, and that's
And I
also
will have
why
me a full PR statement and say he is not the diggler that y'all are trying to claim him to be.
Diggler. We done made up a new word, Diggler.
Leave it up to me to mess up a name.
Yeah,
Shout out to
Diggler.
Eric in the building. So let's move on to our last topic. Lord have mercy. Wendy Williams.
Oh, Diddy. Wendy Williams. I love
Wendy Williams.
Wendy Williams.
So I don't know how many of you actually have seen the Wendy Williams documentary on Lifetime. I started watching, I think I may have seen one or two episodes. I did not finish it. That's how disturbing it was.
Disturbing.
Uh, it was extremely disturbing for me to see Wendy Williams, who is a entertainment, a TV, a multimedia mogul. In my eyes, I've followed Wendy's career as a radio personality. She was the top radio personality in New York, and of course, was one of the most popular in the industry, and then was able to hone her craft and her skill set to then go on and have the Wendy Williams show and television show. And I never had the guts, and it wasn't even the guts, like that just never was my style to be like a shock jock radio personality or person
Right.
of Wendy's character. She's someone that, I mean, if you don't remember or don't know, she was the radio personality that came for Whitney Houston and was like, "Aren't you on crack?" And Whitney was like, "Who the hell you think you're talking to, Wendy?" Have you heard that interview? Do you remember that, Major?
Whitney, well, you talking about Whitney Houston?
Yes, when
The only
Wendy
thing
Williams was
I don't
on
remember that.
radio in New York. Yeah.
I don't remember that, but I remember when Whitney Houston said she had too much money for crack.
No.
I do.
I
Yeah,
think
I
that
do
was
remember that.
that was a live interview. But no, Wendy Williams did an interview years ago when she was in radio with Whitney Houston, and she asked her about being on crack, and she was like, "You do crack or something?" And when Whitney said she would come to the radio station and kick Wendy's ass. Like, that was the shock. She would do that she did an interview with Escape. And she was
Dang.
like, they call you, you ladies can sing, but they say like you're the ugly version of, SWV or something like she would just say anything to the point where people would be waiting for her outside the studio to fight her. She had to get security. So, but nonetheless, again, she honed her craft. She created her niche for herself in that realm, and had a beautiful career. And then her health started to deteriorate. And if you have not seen these images from her show, if you have not seen that documentary, I believe it's still on Lifetime. But it is beyond disturbing for me, because she has so many, in her state that she's in. I understand that she was under a guardianship for
Like a
whatever
conservatorship
reason.
or whatever.
Guardianship, under
Guardianship.
a guardianship.
Okay.
Because for whatever reason, when her health started to deteriorate, a judge thought that it would be more beneficial for not her family to take care of her. And she has a very close family. She has, sisters, and she has a sister and a brother, and her mom and, dad at the time, her mom was still living. Nieces, her niece is actually a anchor or a reporter for one of the television stations, but they wanted to take care of her. A judge ruled against it and ordered a guardianship for her, meaning someone who is not family or a person who is not attached to you at all, but they're overseeing your finances, and your family can't make any decisions for you. So in this documentary, it's really showing that she was left home for, days without help. She was drinking herself to, really dealing with alcoholism. There's an image of her where she's also suffered from, I think it's hyperthyroidism, and so now she was experiencing the bulging eyes syndrome from that.
Oh man,
And
that's what that
it
is.
yes,
That's a sign of hyperthyroidism.
hyperthyroidism. So I was diagnosed with hyperthyroidism, right? It means when your thyroids are hyperactive and makes you, lose weight and all this kind of stuff, right? And the first thing I thought about was Wendy. I was like, wait a minute. Are my eyes gonna, but they was like, you're not at that extreme. Like it's my numbers were off, but you're not there. But so that means that the extreme, when it gets to that point, that's a very very dangerous level to be in. But she's also pairing that with alcoholism, and so she's a very sick person. She's a very sick woman. So have any of you seen it? Let me see. Rachel says the documentary was very hard to watch, so she's seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna watch that. Jeez Louise. I mean, this image right here says it all, man. That
yes. What made me so mad about it was this one girl that was on there. So Wendy does she did. I don't know what state she's in now because they stopped production on it. She had a manager. His name was Will. And he was, trying to just help her. He was in New York with her. He would help her get food. Well, because she's not in her right mind, she would, still kind of do social media stuff. And she runs across this leech of a girl who tells her that she's this publicist and does PR, and all Wendy needs is to get, just get the right PR, and she can do that for her. And she literally just moves herself kind of into Wendy's life and takes, just does all of these things out of the realm of what her manager is doing, just leeching. And I really wanted to get her. I was like, I'm mad. I was very upset about that. Somebody would take advantage of a person, but I'm really, really hoping and praying for her to get better. All you can see and hear her say during this documentary is that her desire to get her TV show back. She really wants to work again, but she's in no way able to do so.
Wow. Yeah. My thoughts and prayers go out to Wendy Williams for sure. And Reed Dixon said, "Don't forget the
cocaine." Yeah, well, yeah.
That's a struggle, man. Somebody struggling with that.
When she came for Whitney said that very thing. Whitney was like, "You on coke? And you've been on coke. I done seen you in the club." Like her and Wendy was going back.
But them celebrities, they know all the juice about one another. And normally, that stuff is kind of common because where we see them as these huge, big, images, they're regular people to themselves. They just and so they know all the juice and all the tea, man.
Of course, because they're in the circles, they party together and all of that stuff. But I'm definitely, my prayers are out for Wendy. I heard that after they shut down the production, and there are people out there that are saying, what was the benefit of it? Her husband, Kevin, ex-husband Kevin, who was actually her manager, was one of them. He said that it just made her look even worse or whatever because he cheated on her. And then impregnated his mistress, bought her a home, and then they moved in. And I think that was like when Wendy her health just started to decline. Like I guess that experience for her was really, really traumatic because her ex-husband was her manager. And so she kind of lost everything. Like, yeah.
That's hardcore. I really hope the best for her and anybody struggling with stuff like that. All those health issues coupled with drug and alcohol addiction, that's just not the way to go.
Absolutely. And mental health. That's the importance of ensuring that we keep our mental. I think May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, how come wow, Didi, I didn't know that.
I believe it is. Okay. So we're going to work on, we got to make sure that we have someone on to talk to us about mental health. Our next guest coming up, though, is a dear friend of mine and an actor with the Miss Pat Show. So our next episode will have J. Bernard Calloway with us. I'm excited about that. I hope I'm not jinxing it.
Yo, it'll be crazy.
Oh gosh. But yes, since it is mental health awareness month, I'm going to work diligently to get someone on to talk to us about our mental health and caring for ourselves in that way. Awesome show tonight.
Yes, absolutely.
Dun, 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 dun. I haven't heard my horn.
You ain't heard the horn?
No, I haven't heard it. Bum, 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 bum. So I have to do it myself.
There it is. No, Diddy, this turned out straight. You know, I'm actually, this was a good episode, man.
Yes, it did.
Enjoyed it. Yeah, we're not gonna stop.
We're not going to stop. This was the season premiere of Let's Talk About It with DiDi Skky. Shouts out to Ebony Steele. Girlfriend, you are in my prayers. I'm going to give you a call after the show. But you guys, we want you to stick and stay. It's going to get better and better every show. You know, we're going to give it to you straight, no chaser. And don't forget, we have that $50 that we're giving away, $50 gift card that we're going to be giving away. So be sure to put those comments in there and go over and like, share, and subscribe. When we are done, we want you to go, if you're watching on Instagram, if you're watching live on Facebook, go ahead and go over to the YouTube channel and like, share, and subscribe, because that's going to give you your chance to win those $50. So Absolutely. Thank you guys for an awesome show. Maejor, my boy.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You did it. Awesome.
Diddy, how can they connect with you if they decided that they were like, Diddy is so awesome and so bomb, I got to get with her outside of the Let's Talk About It podcast? You want
to see what I'm up to? Well, you can check me out on all of the platforms at DiDi Skky, DiDi Skky. And of course, follow us on Let's Talk About It Instagram. Our Instagram page is LTAIDIDISKKY. Follow us there on Instagram as well. And we want to make sure that you guys are in tuned, engaged, what is it? Educated? Is that the right word?
We'll take it. Edutainment, Diddy. That's the word I heard in the media. Edutainment. That's kind of what we do anyway, huh? You know what?
Oh, I forgot about that. This is why I'm so excited. This is why I'm like real overjoyed, because my birthday is Saturday. So
okay. Your birthday Saturday.
I'm already sipping. I'm sipping slow, getting ready for that birthday turn up. Shouts out to Levi Q's birthday is coming up too. So we go turn up and turn out. So Maejor, tell everyone how they can check you out.
Well, I'm usually pretty low key, but I'm getting ready to go ham on y'all. Like as you might not know, I'm actually streaming live on TikTok right now. So I'm gearing up to really start introducing people to a lot of the production aesthetics behind the scenes. And I'll be answering a lot of questions for anybody interested in what it takes to create just content in general. You know, I'm the guy to talk to. But yeah, follow me at Design by Maejor pretty much everywhere. And when you decide that you're driving and you need something other than those Diddy playlists, you can check out the Let's Talk About It podcasts.
That's right.
We are available wherever you get your podcasts: Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Odyssey, YouTube, and Castbox.
We are there. And shouts out to Karen. She says she's subscribing now. So that's right. Put your hat in the ring for that chance to win those $50. Well, that's going to do it for the show tonight. I'm your girl, the DiDi Skky, DiDi Skky. And of course, before I go, you know what I say: go for your goals, reach for the stars, because the sky has
no limits.
Rise high. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.